So, all this kerfuffle about the January 6th insurrection by the Democrats. And I say by the Democrats because it is a man-made crisis by the Democrats, a la never let a crisis go to waste. And they have tried very, very hard to make sure that people understood it was an insurrection, and they certainly played their PR marketing tactics so as to affect the midterms. And now we're finding that, maybe not so much, with Speaker of the House McCarthy releasing the videotape to Tucker Carlson, who's now doing a string of his shows on Fox News. I know for you Democrats out there and liberals, quick, get out the garlic, get out the crosses, get out the silver, whatever's. But it certainly has destroyed the narrative. Now, I understand why the Democrats don't like it, because it shows that they cherry-picked. Just like everybody slightly shades what they're trying to do with data that's favorable to themselves. I get it. But certainly they went way, way overboard. And as I have written and said before, if you are having a real insurrection, you're talking about bombs, grenades, heavy weapons, lots of people running around with real weapons of war, shooting up the place, not just knocking in the doors and walking between the velvet line ropes to wander all over the building. Yes, damage was done, but certainly not as much as what we've been led to believe. And of course, the video that Tucker put up of the QAnon shaman being escorted around the place by police, with a number of times seeing that there were groups of police just, casually letting him walk through, kind of puts to rest the whole idea of a resurrection. In a lot of cases, once they got inside, a lot of the kerfuffle about a riot kind of goes away as well, more like an intrusion than anything else. Yes, the outside was a riot. I will agree to that. The only officers that died were none. The only people who died was that Alicia lady who was shot by a Capitol policeman for trying to enter through a window, and it turns out she was kind of pushed through. But anyways, I'm off topic here. The whole thrust of this Skip Sauntering Snippets is that sometimes getting a look from another point of view is always the right thing to have. And certainly McCarthy putting that out to Tucker, and now I understand it's going to go to other media sources who are going to try to either bolster the left's narrative on it was an insurrection to bring down the whole government, which it wasn't, because frankly they say everything that's not us is a threat to our democracy. And of course the usual response is up yours to that, because there has been no threat, real credible threat, other than once again a man-made political crisis, call for action and retribution against our political enemies. But when you look at some of those, and I haven't watched all of the Tucker episodes yet, but it does present a different view of things. And which one is right? I don't know. But I know that a lot of the January 6th people who have been imprisoned under the insurrection banner and serving what I think are far longer terms than what should have been meted out, they're starting to complain, and they're suing and trying to stop the court cases against them. And I think in a lot of cases they're probably going to be able to settle that out and get out of jail, from which they've been held for sometimes, quite some time. And then they're going to sue the government for false imprisonment. And I think you might see some of them actually winning, all because of a political stunt by the Democrats. The Democrats, and more than a few Republicans, like the Majority Leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell, aka Cocaine Mitch, aka the Turtle, didn't want them released. And frankly, to me, this is proving what's held on the right is the uniparty. What is it that Republicans don't want to see? Those establishment Republicans, those old guard Republicans, those that have been in D.C. for far too long. Let's get the U.S. term limits going here, folks. What is it that they don't want to see? Or how can we find out why they think it's politically advantageous for them not to have those tapes released for all to see everything, and let us, we the people, make up our own minds based on what our lying eyes would tell us? What political advantage does McConnell have that Pelosi thought she had in keeping those tapes secret? Let them all out to the media. Put them out there, Speaker. Put them out there on the congressional website, on the House of Representatives website. Let people stream them. Or hand them all off to C-SPAN. After all, that's part of what they're supposed to do, is make Congress and our government more open and transparent. Anyways, I'm Skip, just an ordinary schlub from central New Hampshire, with yet again another opinion that more openness and more transparency is always better than less. Just like when people say, oh, you're speaking hate speech. The remedy is never to cancel them. It's to use more speech to try to persuade others that you're wrong, that the other person is wrong, and that you're right. Till next time, folks.
Croc TV.